Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Buddy Strange, this is StrangeVoodooTV, and we had ourselves a really good week. So let's just get right into the recap. First off, the win of the week is going to be the 49ers over the Panthers. Now, yeah, there's a couple other teams that I'm proud of and everything, and I mean, the Colts had a really good win over the Broncos. That could have definitely been win of the week, but just the way the 49ers dominated as a team over a really good team, and everyone was like, hey, when are they going to finally play somebody? How well are they going to do against really good competition, or at least good competition? And the Panthers had been rolling. They were undefeated under Kyle Allen for 5 games or so coming in, and the 49ers just dismantled them, putting up a 50-burger on the Panthers. Their defense was as dominant as ever. Their offense picked it up when needed, and yeah, 49ers win of the week. Alright, the loss of the week is going to be the Bears losing to the Chargers. Now, that was god-awful football. Offensively, nothing. Defensively, I mean, here and there, yeah, but it overall did not look good for the Bears this past week. Yeah, there's other teams that could probably fit into the loss of the week as well. The Browns beat themselves, I mean, easily. Nick Chubb doesn't fumble. That game is totally different. I mean, if Joel Bitonio didn't kick the ball out of Nick Chubb's hands, if Freddie Kitchens was any good at play creation or calling plays, that would have been a way different football game, but, you know, that's the way it is. But nah, I have to give it to the Bears. That was, at home, too. That was not good. One of the only losses that I had. One of the only games that I had incorrect. God dang it, Bears. Anyway, there you go. Alright everybody, time for SVTV's Players of the Week. First off, Offensive Player of the Week. It's going to be twofold again. I cannot decide between these two. One is going to be Cooper Kupp, 7 catches, 220 yards. Yes, that is more yards for him individually than the whole Cincinnati Bengals got against the Rams defense. That just blew my mind. And he put up a touchdown on a play you may see later. Okay. Anyway, wink wink, nudge nudge. And yeah, he definitely got it done over in London against the Cincinnati Bengals. I know they're hurting on defense, but man, he took advantage of it better than any wide receiver so far this year. There you go, Cooper Kupp getting it done. And then the next Offensive Player of the Week is going to be Tevin Coleman. 4 total touchdowns, 3 rushing, 1 receiving, a 9.6 yards per carry rushing, 105 yards on the ground off 11 carries, and 13 yards through the air off of, I believe, 2 catches, which just absolutely fantastic day for Tevin Coleman. He went off. He was a big reason why the 49ers did as well as they did and were able to get win of the week this week. So we just had to give it to him since he was the main proponent for the team that got win of the week. I have to give him Offensive Player of the Week as well. Tevin Coleman, good job, buddy. Alright, Defensive Player of the Week. No ifs, ands, or bosses about it. It's going to be Nick Bosa. 4 tackles, 3 sacks, 1 interception. Okay, coming off the line. If you didn't see the play, here it is. I'll play it while I talk about it. I mean, he just was able to find Kyle Allen's ball as I think it was going to be a wide receiver screen or something like that. Tight end screen, maybe. Nick Bosa was able to high point that ball, get it, run for a good amount of yards before getting taken down. He didn't score. The big man didn't score, but he definitely tried his best, and that was very impressive, as well as the 3 sacks he was able to get on Kyle Allen. Very good day for Nick Bosa. Alright, Special Teams Player of the Week is going to be Dan Bailey of the Minnesota Vikings. 4-4, 100%, 13 points, and I mean, out of 19 points, so he basically won them the game, the Vikings, against the Redskins. Again, another primetime game, another game where Kirk Cousins, I mean, he was efficient. 23 of 26 for 225 yards or whatever it was. So yeah, there's that 88.5% completion percentage. That's really good. I'll give him that. But you gotta turn those into scores, man. You gotta step up and start scoring. Anyway, that's beside the point. Dan Bailey was able to come through for him. Kirk Cousins was able to get him in a position to succeed. Dan Bailey took advantage of it and definitely did it this week. Honorable mention real quick, Adam Vinatieri, game-winning kick. He missed an extra point, which really would have cost him the game if he didn't later hit the game-winning kick. So there you go. I would have probably put him in as the Special Teams Player of the Week if he didn't miss the prior extra point, but I'm glad he was able to come back strong and get that kick. He deserves it. He's an awesome guy. I'm glad he's not breaking down just yet, and I'm glad he was able to rebound from prior weeks. Anyway, Dan Bailey, Special Teams Player of the Week. Alright everybody, are you ready? Because here is SVTV's Plays of the Week. Enjoy.
Watson, and he goes down. No, he stays on his feet, throws on the see it again. How does he stay on his feet?
Right there, looked like he might have gotten kicked in the face. You're going to see it there. There's a foot that comes to right there. It gets kicked side of the helmet. Yeah, that left eye, you can see him with that eye closed. He threw that ball with one eye.
First down at the 35-yard line. Double reverse, triple reverse. Garrett Goff throws this side, and it's Cooper Kupp down the sideline. Kupp to the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown.
All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed those plays of the week. Yeah, like I said, you were going to see the Cooper Kupp one. It was a fun trick play. I got to include that. That's always great. I love those. Sean McVay pulling on all the tricks in London. That was fun to see. And then, of course, Deshaun Watson getting the crap kicked out of his face with one eye, breaks the sack, fires a rocket to Darren Fells, the tight end. Oh, by the way, forgot to wish it to your last pick'em. Happy National Tight End Day, everybody. That was this past Sunday, the 27th. I totally spaced when I was recording it, but I realized it after I posted it, and I was like, man, should have said something, but I didn't, but I am now. Happy National Tight End Day, everybody. I believe it's going to be like week 8 of every season, so that'll be fun. Can't wait till next year's. Really fun day. Travis Kelce went off, Darren Fells went off, Ryan Griffin went off. There were a couple more that went off, and it was a fun weekend for tight ends. There you go. All right, anyway, let's take a look at how we did last week. Like I said, we did really good, and as you can see on the screen, we went 13 of 15 for 87%. Oh my. That was amazing. Look at the ones we hit. We hit the Redskins, Vikings, Seahawks, Falcons. Did not get the Eagles, Bills. That was one of the two. Man, the Eagles came out to play. I'll give them that. They definitely came out to play. The Bills finally showed their weaknesses this week. But yeah, Eagles took advantage of it. Eagles usually get one on an opponent you probably wouldn't think they would. And the Bills, I mean, anything can happen with the Bills any week. I don't get them anymore. I don't know. But to me, I just think they had a down week. I don't think that defense is any less potent or good than we thought prior. It just, everyone has a down week. I said this about multiple teams before, Packers being one of them, so on and so forth. Anyway, Eagles took advantage of it. Good job to them. They deserved it. All right, then Chargers, Bears, man, back to back. The only two that I got wrong were back to back. The Bears just didn't come to play at home. Their offense, god awful. The Chargers didn't really want to come to play either, but they ended up getting it in the end. So there you go. I thought it was going to be a close game. It was a close game. It was just not in our favor. So there you go. Then Giants, Lions got it. Raiders, Texans got it. Jets, Jaguars got it. Bengals, Rams got it. Cardinals, Saints got it. Buccaneers, Titans. The one that I didn't, oh man, that came down almost to the end. Well, it did come down to the end, but by the end, the Titans pretty much had it. But yeah, that was a close one. Panthers, 49ers, definitely nowhere near as close as I thought it was going to be, but got it right. Broncos, Colts, got it right. Barely. Thank you, Adam Vinatieri. Finally, kicker comes in and kicks one in my favor. Proud of you, buddy. Thank you. Proud of you, buddy. Thank you. But hey, not as proud as Pat McAfee was. Here, take a look real quick.
Yes, baby! Not it. Fucking right! Let's go! What a fucking ball, Vinny! There's people tweeting that he should have retired after week 2. Let's fucking go, old man! Hey! Good for you, you fucking old bastard!
All right, and then the Browns, Patriots, got that one right. Packers, Chiefs, Dolphins, Steelers. Oh, man, Dolphins. Whew, that was a close one. Steelers, you hear me? That was a close one. Better not let that happen again. Wow. Got that one right. All right, everybody, that was last week. This is this week. Let's move into it. Let's get things done. Let's hit another 87% or something. That was awesome. I would love to. We've been pretty good these past couple of weeks, and I'm excited for this one, so let's just get into it. All right, Thursday Night Football, we have the 49ers versus the Cardinals to start us off. The Cardinals coming off a tough game against the Saints, in which I didn't think Drew Brees was going to come back, but he did, and he balled out along with Latavius Murray against the Cardinals. That defense of the Cardinals, that was not a good outing for them. And then on offense, they couldn't really get it done. They lost Chase Edmonds. They did just trade for Kenyon Drake, which should be an interesting move. I think he has real potential in that offense. I mean, Cliff Kingsbury's offense is kind of built for a back like Kenyon Drake, so it should be very interesting to see how he can do in that offense. But staring him down, as well as Kyler Murray and the rest of the offense, is that daunting 49ers defense headed by Nick Bosa, Arik Armstead, Richard Sherman, and the like. I mean, just come on. Jaquaski Tart, Adrian Colbert, Quan Alexander, D. Ford, Solomon Thomas, DeForest Buckner, Arik Armstead, Jason Verrett, Richard Sherman, Nick Bosa. I mean, that defense is one for the ages, folks, and I think that's a big reason why the Cardinals don't win and the 49ers do. Along with the offense of the 49ers, I think they can take advantage of a Cardinals defense that, I mean, has been struggling a little bit. They're not as good as I thought they were going to be. I mean, they have good names on it, but they just, under Vance Joseph, they are not doing well. I don't think they do here. I think the running game of the 49ers is going to be, again, dominant. Jimmy Garoppolo might even have himself a good day. He has not been living up to par yet. He's been carried by that defense and running game so far, but this might be his breakout game. I do think the 49ers win 31-17 over the Cardinals. I don't think the Cardinals, again, can get it done on either side of the ball. And then even when you look at special teams, Robbie Gould is better, and just all three sides of the ball, all facets, it just seems like the 49ers cover all of them and are better than the Cardinals at all of them. Thursday night has been a kind of an enigma so far this season, but I don't think it is here. I do think the 49ers pull it out on the road. On the road again. Can't wait to get back out on the road again. Anyway, speaking of road teams, the next game, Texans on the road going against Jacksonville. The Jaguars coming off a pretty damn good game against the Jets. I know it's the Jets. Everyone's like, oh, the Jets. They are not doing good right now. The only game where they look competent so far, well, outside of the first game. The first game, I mean, they lost to the Bills, but they did look all right. Their defense looked way better than their offense. Sam Darnold is, he is regressing bad, it seems. Like last year, at the end of last year, he was looking good. I was excited for his progression, but I mean, he's just seemingly regressed really bad. And outside of the Cowboys game, and of course, being out for a while, he has not had a good time. And I mean, the Jaguars defense is pretty good, and they are a big reason why I think Sam Darnold had another bad game. But here they're facing Deshaun Watson. He is a totally different quarterback. He is a really good quarterback, and even without an eye, he can get it done, as proven last week. Deshaun Watson is one of the closest things to a superhero I've seen in a while, but he's going to be on the road against a tough divisional opponent, a tough defense. The Texans defense just had a big hit. They lost J.J. Watt. The Jaguars kind of riding the momentum. They have Minshew Mania. He's got his Minshew magic. He doesn't have to worry about J.J. Watt coming off the edge right now, or J.D. Von Clowney. Are you kidding me? I think at home, I am going to call the Jaguars winning 24-21 in a very close one over the Texans. I think the Texans do drop this one. I really wanted to actually pick the Texans, but I mean, there's too much going against them right now. I would not be surprised if they do pull it out, but right now, I'm going to have to go with Beowulf Gardner Flint Minshew II getting it done against a defense that is depleted and not looking great. And then on the flip side, I do think Jaguars defense can hold the Texans in check just enough to get a win, and yeah, they escape with a win here. Alright, next up, the Redskins versus the Bills. The Bills coming off a tough loss to the Eagles, yes. The Redskins coming off a day where their only highlight was Adrian Peterson getting above LaDainian Tomlinson and Jerome Bettis on the all-time rushing leaders list, which is very impressive. Good job, AP, against your former team at their place, at the place you helped build back in the day, a place played in for a while. That's got to be a really touching, emotional, fun moment for him. Really happy for him, and I'm so glad the Vikings fans gave him a standing ovation and, you know, just thanked him for his time there, because, I mean, through and through, he's going to be a Viking when he retires. I guarantee he signs a one-day contract with them, and he's a Viking for life, and I'm glad they treated him that way, and that was a big moment. However, here, against the Bills defense, I don't think he gets many yards. I don't think he has a great game at all. I do think the Bills win 27-17. I think they get back on track. The Redskins, they were able to compete with the Vikings, but the Vikings are the Vikings. Kirk Cousins is Kirk Cousins. Primetime is primetime. You know what I mean. Here, the Bills are mad. They're coming off a tough loss. I think they get it done against the Redskins at home. All right, next up, the Titans versus the Panthers. The Titans coming off a good win against the Buccaneers. A close one, but a good one. And then the Panthers. Panthers, wow. They got absolutely demolished by the 49ers on both sides of the ball. They got dominated. Kyle Allen had his worst game as a pro yet. 3 picks. That was just absolutely bad. Christian McCaffrey was held in check. I mean, he still got a touchdown and he still played really good ball, but I mean, for him and what he's been doing prior to that, he got pretty much maintained and controlled. And although I really like the Titans defense, I think they're a top tier defense. I don't think they can hold him in check as well as the 49ers did, nor Kyle Allen. I think Kyle Allen can have a good day. Not a great day. I think he throws maybe 1, maybe 2 interceptions. I really think he throws 1, maybe 2. Logan Ryan, Kevin Byard, Dory Jackson, who knows, gets 1. Jayon Brown at linebacker, who knows. But I do think in the end the Panthers pull it out 28-20. I think that Panthers defense can really stop up Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill. I don't think they have a good day as they've been having. Ryan Tannehill specifically. I mean, he's had pretty good days the past couple of weeks since they put him in, which I know I was wrong about. I said don't do it. Keep Marcus Mariota in. He hasn't been great, but he hasn't been the worst. Obviously, Mike Vrabel knows what he's doing. Of course, he's closer to this situation than I am, so he knows better than I do. And we'll see here. I don't think he gets it done this week. I think the Panthers do, but who knows? Who knows? But I think the Panthers are gonna bounce back and win at home. All right, next up, a classic matchup. Vikings versus Chiefs. This is a really tough one for me. The Chiefs should be getting Patty Mahomes back. Matt Moore played really well against the Packers, went toe-to-toe with Aaron Rodgers and almost came away with a victory. Props to him. He had a really good day. Proud of him. Glad he didn't win for my pick'em record since I picked the Packers, but I'm proud of him coming back out of retirement, coming in, subbing, and doing a pretty damn good job against a solid Packers defense, but in the end didn't get it done. Here, it should be Patrick Mahomes against a tough Vikings defense. On the flip side, Chiefs defense outside of Charvarius Ward, Tyrann Mathieu at times, he can be okay. Chris Jones, I mean, that defense is one that tends to struggle usually, especially in the run game, and boy, boy do the Vikings have a really good run game. Dalvin Cook is playing out of his mind this season. Yes, the Vikings are going to be on the road at a really tough place to play against Patty Mahomes. I mean, come on, Patty Mahomes. But here's the thing. 1, really good run game. 2, pretty solid defense in the Vikings. 3, not a primetime game for Kirk Cousins. I think the Vikings win 24-23 over the Chiefs. It's going to be really close. Probably not that close, but I think it's going to be a 1-score game, if you will. I'm leaning towards a field goal score, but who knows? I think Adam Thielen's going to be back. Stephon Diggs is balling out. Dalvin Cook, not a primetime game for Kirk Cousins. Patty Mahomes having to come back and readjust a little bit with that knee. I think the Vikings can escape with a narrow win in Arrowhead. All right, the Jets versus the Dolphins. The Dolphins getting out to a really good start and then absolutely collapsing. The Jets not getting out to any start whatsoever the past couple of weeks and then not coming back at all. They've been pretty much handled so far, but the Dolphins are the Dolphins. And Sam Darnold, I said a week ago that I think he'll have a bounce back game, not that week, but maybe one of these following weeks. I think it is going to be this week. I do think the Jets win 28-14. Sam Darnold may have a day. Chris Herndon's going to be back. Ryan Griffin, he came out and balled for him. Le'Veon Bell might have a really good rushing day against the Dolphins. The Dolphins have been, pretty bad all around, but the rush defense has been a little suspect. And yeah, I think the Jets defense can hold the Dolphins to minimal points, 10-14, somewhere around there. I said 14, giving them the benefit of the doubt because, the Steelers defense is good and they scored 14 on them. The Jets defense is no better than the Steelers, so why not? But here you go. Jets win on the road. We'll see. We'll see if it happens. All right, the Bears versus the Eagles. Bears losing a bad one. They've been looking god-awful. That defense is nowhere near what it used to be. I don't think that's necessarily Chuck Pagano's fault. I think, they've lost a couple players. Both through free agency and through injury this season. I think that's a big reason why. And then on offense, it doesn't help that the offense gives up the ball all the time to the opposing defense. And then the Bears defense has to come out. They're winded already and all that. So it's a lot of stuff going into it. I don't necessarily think it's Chuck Pagano or the lack of talent. It's just a lot of stuff's been not going their way on that side of the ball, and it's causing them not to play up to par. Their rush defense is not good. Their passing defense better, rush defense, ooh, not doing well. On the Eagles side, though, they're the opposite. Rush defense, pretty damn good. They're pretty damn good against the rush, but against the pass, we all know. We all know. And they haven't, at least not yet, done anything to fix that. And I'm really surprised they have not done a single thing to fix that. But that being said, they got it done against Josh Allen and the Bills this past week, and I think they get it done against the Bears this week. Eagles win at home 31-21 over the Bears. I mean, I don't even know why I put 21 for the Bears. I'm not sure if they even score that. Maybe, just maybe, Mitchell Trubisky can hit a couple to Allen Robinson or someone on that Eagles secondary. Just maybe. I have no idea on that. But I think Carson Wentz and the Eagles, I think they can take advantage of what the Bears have been giving opponents. I do think Miles Sanders has a big day. Again, the Bears rush defense a little shaky. Maybe Jordan Howard not coming back home, but at home against his former team can have himself a pretty good day in a quote-unquote revenge game or whatever. I doubt they really see it that way, or he sees it that way, but maybe. Anyway, I do think the Eagles pull it out. Alright, the Colts versus the Steelers. The Colts, I mean, come on, they've been rocking and rolling, baby. They are looking good. Jacoby Brissett is an absolute boss in the pocket. It's been a real joy to see it. Like, I love Andrew Luck. I miss him so much. I wish he was out there. I really do. But I'm really happy for Jacoby Brissett. He is an awesome dude. Really good guy on and off the field, and he's been balling for him, and it's been fun to see him do that. Again, Marlon Mack's a really good back. Their defense, I mean, they got Hooker back last week, Darius Leonard the week before, and he's been coming back into the fold and doing really well himself. Their front seven didn't perform up to standard this past week. They did get the win, but I mean, the Broncos were doing all right at the line of scrimmage for a good amount of that game. They were able to bend, not break, though. That's a big part. I mean, your defense can bend all at once, but as long as it doesn't break, you're going to win games. Here against the Steelers, oh, they looked bad starting out against the Dolphins. They were able to come back and win it, but oh man, that was kind of disappointing on their part. I do think the Colts can go into Pittsburgh and win 34-20. It's not like they're traveling way across America. It shouldn't be that bad traveling there. I think the Colts are a good traveling team. Frank Reich always can get them prepared. The players on the team, they travel well. I think they do here. I mean, Malik Hooker again back, Darius Leonard back. Those are key pieces. I mean, they still have a couple pieces out, but I mean, that offensive line is amazing. I think they can stand up to the front seven of the Steelers really well. Devin Bush is the only real problem. Well, Devin Bush and Minkah Fitzpatrick, I guess, would be the only real problem for the Colts. I think they can get past that. Maybe they make a couple plays, but I think the Colts make a couple more plays than they do and are able to get it. Colts win. All right, next up, the Lions versus the Raiders. This is actually a very interesting one. The Lions coming off a pretty good day against the Giants outside of their pass defense. I mean, Jesus. Daniel Jones got 4 passing touchdowns. Now it's starting to look like, why the effing heck? Anyway, why did you trade away Quandre Diggs? Like, really? And now there's like reports of possibly trading Darius Slay. I mean, I'll probably put it in as a graphic if it happens, because I'm recording this before the trade deadline. But, oh man, are you kidding me? You trade that? Wow. But anyway, Daniel Jones was able to take advantage of it. But the real question is, can Derek Carr? I do think Derek Carr does it. I do think the Raiders win 28-17. Hunter Renfrow this past game had a breakout game. He had himself a really good play. Looked like Jordy Nelson catching a touchdown, or catching and running for a touchdown. He may have a good game here. I kind of hope he does, because I really like the kid. I hope Hunter Renfrow continues to be a really good player in this league. I liked him coming out of college, and I'm happy for him. But yeah, I think the Raiders win here. I think the Lions defense, they've just been, I mean, they started out so good, and then now they're bottom of the league statistically, and then on offense, think Matt Stafford can have himself a pretty good day against the Raiders. It may be a closer score and even a higher score for both teams than I'm even predicting here, 28-17. But all in all, I think the Raiders can stop up the Lions, at least their rushing attack, make them one-dimensional. Matt Stafford has to throw, and I mean, he gets it done, but not enough. Raiders on the flip side, Derek Carr and Josh Jacobs get it done, and there you go, Raiders win. All right, next up, the Buccaneers versus the Seahawks. The Buccaneers coming off a tough loss. I mean, they have not been the same team they started out with. Same thing last year. I mean, they start out hot and then just crash and burn. The Seahawks, though, I mean, they're having really close games. I mean, if they're winning by pretty slim margins outside of a couple different games. But yeah, here they're playing at home. They've kind of struggled a little bit at home, which is weird because that is supposedly one of the toughest, best places to play. So that's a little weird. But here, I do think the Seahawks win 26-21. So yeah, I do think it's going to be another kind of close one. I think for some reason, I think Jameis Winston can have himself a pretty okay day with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin against a Seahawks defense that is, still trying to find itself. But ultimately, Russell Wilson is Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson gets it done. Danger Russ gets it done with DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and the gang. Seahawks win at home. All right, next up, this is a really tough one. Browns versus Broncos. Both are struggling right now. Kind of the same spots. Offensive line really not holding out. The offensive line outside of a couple players for both teams really struggling. Dalton Reisner for the Broncos, Joe Patonio for the Browns. They're basically the only ones doing anything on those lines. And then quarterback play, not great. And speaking about quarterback play on the Broncos, Brandon Allen is going to get the start. Joe Flacco has a herniated disc in his neck, so he's going to get the start. Drew Lock might be activated off of IR, and if he is, he will be the backup to Brandon Allen. And they plan on promoting Brett Rippon, who is actually, I do like Brett Rippon. He's out of Boise State, and yes, Mark Rippon, his son, is Brett Rippon, so that's cool. NFL connections, all right. But they plan on promoting him. He'll be the third stringer or backup if Drew Lock isn't activated. So there you go, all the logistical stuff and transactions and stuff. Anyway, and then on the other side, that Baker Mayfield at quarterback, I thought he was going to do way better than he has. I mean, there's a lot of stuff not going his way, and then his attitude is just compounding that. Like, Freddie Kitchens, terrible play caller, terrible play creator. I mean, he's not giving Baker Mayfield anything good to work with, which is very much so hindering Baker Mayfield, I think. I mean, passing 3 times every week to start the game, you gotta run the ball. Nick Chubb is a really good running back. I mean, he fumbled. It was tough weather conditions. I get it, he fumbled, but he's a really good running back. Use him to start the game. And then that offensive line, of course, is not helping Baker Mayfield at all. And then when he gets frustrated with all the other stuff, that's when he starts missing throws. Like, if he's comfortable, like most quarterbacks, when he's comfortable in the pocket, he's making good plays. When he's rolling out on bootlegs, he's making good plays. When you run the ball and then try a bootleg, he's making good plays, okay? It's when he gets rattled, he's one of those quarterbacks that's easy to rattle, and when he's rattled, game over. Tom Brady's very much that way. I'm not saying Baker Mayfield's anywhere near Tom Brady. That is a no. Huge gap there. But kind of like that mentality, like when everything's going his way and stuff. I mean, Tom Brady's learned to get control of himself more than Baker has. Like, Tom Brady, he doesn't get rattled as easy by far, and Baker Mayfield needs to work on that. The only thing I think really holding the Browns back right now is Freddie Kitchens. Get him out of there. Should have hired Bruce Arians from the start. I said it. He wanted to be there. I wanted him there. Everybody wanted him there except John Dorsey and the Browns. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's because they kind of clash personality-wise and everything. They're both really strong in their beliefs, and they don't want to butt heads. And I get that, but god dang, dude, if the Browns had Bruce Arians, I am telling you, they'd be only a 2-loss team, not a 5-loss team. I mean, come on. Anyway, that rant over. I do think the Broncos win 20-14 at home. I think for some reason that Denver defense, I think they can rattle Baker Mayfield. Justin Simmons is playing really good ball. Von Miller off and on good ball. Derek Wolfe actually playing his best ball in years. DeMarcus Walker coming in and actually coming into his own and under Vic Fangio and Ed Donatel. Way better than Vance Joseph. Yeah, Vance Joseph is... we're not even gonna... we're not. No. Anyway, Broncos win at home, Mile High. Let's go, baby. All right, the Packers versus the Chargers. The Chargers coming off a... unimpressive win. I mean, it's a win, so there you go. But, I mean, they didn't really try, and they won. The only thing is the Bears didn't try worse. You know, the Packers coming off a pretty strong outing on the road against Kansas City. They have to go on the road here to San Diego. A couple of things that travel well. The things that travel well, the Packers have running game travels well, defense travels well. If you have a good running game, good defense, I mean, it's going to be a pretty good day. And then the Chargers, I mean, they're not gonna, I don't think it happens. I do think the Packers win 33-17. I think it's pretty convincingly. That defense with the Smith brothers coming off the edge. Blake Martinez is pretty solid. Cornerbacks, Jar Alexander, and even Adrian Amos in the back. I mean, it's Kenny Clark up front. It's a good defense. It's a really good defense. And then you have Aaron Rodgers, and then the Chargers are missing key pieces on defense. Even with Kumaro and Valdez-Scantling, he's missing his top target in Devontae Adams. He's having himself a good day. He's even finding Aaron Jones out of the backfield. Aaron Jones is absolutely a phenomenal back right now. Running the ball, he's very effective. He's a fast downhill, hard-nosed runner, and I'm really liking the kid. And then out of the backfield, outside of that one play against, who was it, the Cowboys? Anyway, where he dropped the wide open. No, it was the Lions. It was the Lions. Outside of that Lions game, I mean, he's been really solid, and I think he continues it here. Packers win. All right, Sunday Night Football, we have the Patriots versus the Ravens. Okay, all eyes on this one, baby. It is going to be in Baltimore. The Patriots, I mean, again, their defense is absolutely effective. Their defense is absolutely playing out of their mind, but guess what? They have not seen a quarterback like Lamar Jackson yet. I mean, this should be a really interesting matchup either way it goes. I mean, Patriots win, Ravens win. Either way it goes, I think it's going to be a really close one, a really interesting game to watch. A absolutely beautiful chess match between the Ravens offense and Bill Belichick and the Patriots defense. I mean, I'm really excited for this one. Mark Ingram, Lamar Jackson, that should be an interesting combo for the Patriots to see if they can actually stop them. The Ravens are going to be pulling out all the tricks. Believe you me, they're wanting to win this game. This is going to be the game of the regular season that they want to win. It's going to be at home. The Ravens always or usually play the Patriots really tough at home, so I expect a really close game either way it goes. The Patriots on offense have been kind of struggling, but I mean, the Ravens defense has been hit or miss. I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots can get some action on offense going, but after the trade for Marcus Peters, it's been looking way better on the back end. Marcus Peters before that, I mean, he was okay, but I mean, he was prone to letting up some stuff, but it seems like the change of scenery really helped him. Right here, okay, guess what, guys? I'm one to go with the hot hand, and right now the Patriots are the hot hand, but something's telling me, man, Ravens are going to win 21-17 in a very close, hard-fought, low-scoring kind of battle. I mean, relatively low-scoring. I mean, the Patriots come out to play, but the Ravens have enough tricks up their sleeve or something. Lamar Jackson has himself a day. I don't know what's going to happen, but I do think the Ravens win at home. They always play them tough, and I think here, something happens on the Ravens' favor. The Ravens win. The Patriots go home with their first loss. I don't know if it happens, but god dang it, we're going to call it, see if it does. Good luck, Ravens. All the luck in the world to you, bud. Don't let us down. Don't let us down. Stay strong in the purple, bud. Stay strong in the purple. All right, everybody. Now the final game of the week, Monday Night Football. At least it's better than last week. That could be a slogan. Monday Night Football. At least it's better than Pittsburgh versus Miami. But anyway, Cowboys versus Giants. The Cowboys coming off a bye, so they're well rested. The Giants coming off a loss, but one in which they performed. They really went out there and performed really well. And then these two teams always play each other tough. Should be a really hard-fought, good game between them. I do think the Giants come out with a win 24-20. I know the Cowboys are probably the better team, but I think the Giants can get momentum early. I think Daniel Jones has himself a good day against a defense that off and on has been struggling. Even off a bye, I don't think the Cowboys can take advantage of that. I think the Giants and Daniel Jones ride his momentum. Saquon Barkley is going to have himself a day. They just traded for Leonard Williams, which is going to be a big boost up front with him and Damon Snacks Harrison. I think that is going to be big in stopping an Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard rush attack, making Dak have to throw. And then, you know what? Why not? I think Jabril Peppers might have himself a day. Janoris Janoris Jenkins if he doesn't get traded. There's been reports he gets traded. I'll put it up on the screen if he is. If not, assuming he's not traded and he's going to be playing in that game. You know what? I kind of want to call the Cowboys, but you know, first gut instinct was Giants. For the reasons I stated, it's going to be a Giants win. And you know what? Why not? Dexter Lawrence, DeAndre Baker, Daniel Jones, the rookies have some big days. Leonard Williams comes in, Damon Snacks Harris, and yeah, it's going to be a good day. Why not? Giants win. There you go. That is this week. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I hope you enjoyed the George Kittle highlight package that I released the other day. If you haven't gone and checked that out, go ahead, go check that out. It was by far one of my favorites that I have done so far for you guys. It was kind of in honor. I've been wanting to do them for a while, but it's kind of in honor of National Tight Ends Day, which he was one of the main guys that started that and really pushed for it to be a day. He's the head of it. I had to honor him some way, and that's the best way I know how, is to create a highlight video of him. But it's really good. Please go check it out. Feel free. Would love for you to do that. But anyway, down in the description, you can copy and paste into the comments below a weekly pick 'em of your own. Pick alongside me or against me, however you want to view it. You don't want to do that. Bold predictions, your thoughts on my picks, or your thoughts on who you would pick and why. Anything at all that you want to comment down in the comments down below. But that being said, I'm going to get out of here. Hope you enjoyed this video. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. And as always, I'm Buddy Strange. This is Strange Voodoo TV. Keep it strange, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. And peace.